A bug in Elite Dangerous that allows people to get access to Palin'S research center without actually unlocking him has been discovered, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous with Down to Earth Astronomy. There's recently been found an exploit that allows people to get inside the hangar of the Palin'S research center without actually unlocking Palin as an engineer. Now, this does not give you access to his actual engineering facilities, but what it does is it gives you access to the outfitting hangar and thereby the corrosion resistance cargo racks. We're gonna go over this in a little bit, but before we start, I just want to make a few comments about the whole Frontier and exploit things. Now, in the past, there's been a ton of exploits. We're talking Robigo mines. We're talking the whole Quince thing, and we're talking the respawning of missions, so you could actually get an infinite number of donation missions. Now, and the last one, especially Frontier, actually went out and said that's working as intended. That you can reset the whole mission board and get the same missions over and over and over again. Okay, fair enough. If they see that as a part of the game, that's I guess that's okay. But anyway, last time there was an engineering exploit where people were allowed to could do grade 5 upgrades to the modules, only consuming grade 1 materials. They took pretty hard actions. They did they rolled back all the I don't know if that's hard actions. They rolled back all the modules. So people lost all their upgrades, and I think some people received bans. I'm not sure about that, but we don't know yet if that's going to be a new line for Frontier. If they're gonna take harder actions against people using exploits, or if they just saw that engineering bug or exploit as an especially big advantage for players to get. Because as it say in the code of conduct, that they do not allow any use of exploits to gain a player advantage. Now, you could argue whether this is a player advantage having the corrosion resistance cargo rack. It's not going to give you an advantage over another player. It's going to unlock some things for you. It's going to make it easier for you to go out and experience all the alien stuff that's happening. But apart from that, it's not going to give you an advantage against other players in combat or anything similar than that. So, but again, as far as I know, there has been no official response to this from Frontier, so we don't know what kind of actions they're going to take. I would expect that they're going to try and fix it at some point, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, let's get into the actual exploit. I, of course, already have unlocked Palin'S, so it would not, it technically would work for me, but it wouldn't be much showcasing me just driving to the outpost and docking. So to help me, I got Commander James Sharp to help me out. He haven't unlocked him yet, and he was at the site anyway, so I asked him to make a quick recording. So we're going to use that to showcase the method. Now, first thing you need to do is, of course, come to Maia, which is the system where Palin'S research center is. Then you're going to fly to planet A3A, that's the first star, third planet, and the first moon. Now, once you're at that planet, you need to navigate to the research center, which is located at 39.14 and 171.22. If you're not familiar with navigating by planetary coordinates, there is a link to a video I did on how to do that in the more info icon somewhere in the corner of the video. Okay, I'm also going to put all the coordinates. I'm going to put the planet and system name, and also a link to the original Reddit post, so you can go and read that if you want it directly from the source. So you're going to navigate to those coordinates, not exactly, just get close. That's good enough, and it should be pretty easy. There's a huge crater. It's just at the edge of that crater, and there's a huge capital ship hovering over the base, so once you get close, it should be pretty easy to spot. So once you are close to the location, set your ship down around 10 kilometers outside the base. Then get out in your SRV and begin driving towards the base. Now, again, there's this huge capital ship hovering over the base, so it should be fairly easy to spot it and use that capital ship as a landmark. So once you get a little bit closer to the base, I'll say within 3 kilometers or something, you will notice that the base is probably hostile to you if you don't have the base unlocked. But you can request docking from your SRV. And then you're going to get some mixed signals. They're going to tell you that criminals are not welcome here, and that you have no friends here, and we don't like you. But they're also going to tell you that your docking request has been approved. Now, in reality, it hasn't, of course. You're not going to be able to just go up and ask docking and then dock. But what happens is, it's not really, you can't really see it in the video here, but what actually happens is that your ship, for just a second, spawns inside the hangar of the research center, and then despawns again. And that's going to be important later on. So you've requested docking, but you got denied. You keep driving, get closer to the base, and you're going to find yourself a landing pad. The landing pads are all located on these small buildings that you can drive up. They should have a sloped surface on one of the sides, to make it pretty easy to access. And once you're on one of the landing pads in your SRV, you will of course get a loitering warning. And eventually the bait will begin shooting at you, which is exactly what you want. So you just sit there and wait for the base to kill your SRV. And once your SRV is dead, you're going to respawn back in your ship in the ship's last known location. And the ship's last known location is inside the base, because it spawned for just a second inside the base. So now you're actually inside the hangar. And again, you're not going to have access to the engineering facilities, but you will have access to the outfitting, allowing you to buy your corrosion resistance cargo racks. Now, of course, if you now undock your ship, what will happen is they will now see you as wounded, the station would open fire, and you would most likely not be able to actually escape the station before your ship was killed, which would respawn you back inside the station. So to actually get out again, what you need to do is you need to close the game. Start up the game without Horizons. You can do that either from the launcher, if you're using the launcher directly. If you're playing from Steam, you'll get a small box at the beginning asking you which version of the game you want to play. So start the game without the Horizon update. Once you then log in, you'll get a message box saying that you are currently on a planetary surface, but you do not have the Horizon update. Do you want to be spawned into planetary orbit? You're just going to click yes, I would like to do that. They're going to move your ship up into planetary orbit. You can then log out, start the game in Horizon, and you're now still in orbit with your corrosion resistance cargo racks. Now, that's pretty much all you have to do. But again, as I said at the beginning, remember that this is an exploit. It is breaking the code of conduct for the game. So use this at your own risk. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this. Is this something that you feel people should be banned for using? Do you think it's fine? Do you don't think it's that big player advantage that you get access to these cargo racks? Potentially also the enhanced thrusters, you could get those as well, I would guess. But again, you can get those, I think, from Farsier or any engineer that do thruster upgrades, and you can unlock that pretty easily, pretty early on in the game. So it's not that big of a help in that regard. But let me know what you think. And again, thanks a lot to Commander James Sharp for helping me out with the recording for this. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you found the video useful. If you did, give it a like, consider subscribing, and until next time, I'll see you guys in space.